Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys on what to expect in your evaluation at work. I'm going to be covering how much the raises go for, things that you can say or do, things that will help you secure the bag, get that money, you know, that money, and overall just like what to say or do when you're in that position, because a lot of people are like, who gives me the evaluation? Where do I go? Where do I sit? What do I say? I got y'all. I always got y'all. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below if you're in the company, if you're not in the company, if you're in a different company. Like, let me know something. Let me know, interact with me, okay? I'm really happy today because we just got monetized and I just finished doing a money video, so hence why you see this right here. We just finished filming a money video, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it out. I'm sorry, I can't sit still. I know, I can't sit still. Okay, I'm ready. Now, in your evaluation, someone has to present this evaluation to you. It's usually your department manager or department assistant manager. It's never the store manager and it's never the store assistant manager. Now, they do contribute into how much more money are you going to be making. They do contribute into acknowledging the fact that you're going to get this valuation, stuff like that. So it's not like they don't play an important role, but as in the person who's going to be there physically in the moment telling you what you got on your evaluation, it's not going to be the store managers. It's going to be your department manager. Since I work customer service, it's usually my customer service manager or customer service assistant manager. Usually they'll call you into their office, or it's called like a computer room. You know, everyone has a different name for it, I guess, but my store calls it the computer room, and that's where the department managers of my department, that's where they work at. So they call you in there, you go in there and you sit down right next to them, and they are reading off this computer. In the computer, it tells you everything that you do right or wrong, things that you need improvement on. So essentially, like, these managers are watching you as you work every day. You get an evaluation every 6 months. Therefore, you get a raise every 6 months, because for the most part, you always get a raise, whether it's 10 cents or 20 cents, you still get a raise. Sometimes it's more than that, sometimes it's less. Now, I know y'all be excited for these evaluations because of the raise, obviously, because honestly, like, a manager will tell you if you're doing something right or wrong in the moment. So I know y'all be waiting for these evaluations because you're like, oh my gosh, it's time for my raise, you know? And I get it, and I've been there, so I can't even say like it's wrong, because it's definitely not wrong. But the evaluation is also meant to tell you things that you need improvement on, or things that you haven't been doing right, and things that you can better. Now, in the evaluation, everything is divided into parts, and your final raise or whatever, like how much more you're going to be making, is going to be at the very end of the paper. So you have to sit there and listen to what the customer service manager or your meat manager, whoever's talking to you about the evaluation, is telling you. Everything is on a scale, like based on a scale. So everything's like 1 through 9 or 1 through 6. So you get evaluated for your uniform, how late you've been before, like how many tardies you've had, if you've been providing good customer service, if you've been talking too much, like you get evaluated on everything. And then there's 5 categories that you can be categorized in. It could be role model, exceeds expectations, meet expectations, satisfactory level, or below something. So it's like 5. And role model, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to achieve. Like, you have to literally be a role model. And these managers, I don't want to say that they're not trying to put you as a role model, but like, you have to do a lot for these managers to think you're a role model. So usually, like, I always get exceeds expectations. Meets expectations is also good, but that's kind of like, the way I see it is A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, and F. So A would be like role model. I would categorize myself probably like in B, because I always get exceeds expectations. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm always like 1 point off role model. But I would say that I behave like a role model. But I know that sometimes, like, jobs don't want to give you these huge raises. So if they put me as a role model, they're gonna have to pay me more, and they probably don't want to pay me more, so they don't put me as a role model. I've never heard of none of my coworkers being role models. Usually they're always like, oh, I meet expectation. So I don't know if it's just my store. I don't know if managers are just stingy about it, but I definitely, you know, and it doesn't matter, because even though even though I exceed expectations, if I feel like I should be getting paid a certain amount, I'm gonna say something, because I know I go above and beyond for all my customers. So there really should be a reflection in the pay. Now, the manager is going to read off all these rules or all these like comments that people have written. Usually they're gonna tell you like, oh, you've been late 10 times. So from 1 to 9, we gave you a 7 for attendance. Oh, you've always came presentable to work. So we gave you a 9 for dress code, stuff like that. Like, I can't remember exactly everything that is on the paper, but you guys, I'm sure, like, have had an evaluation or a test or something, and it's just levels and categories, and you just stare at the computer and hear the manager talk. You're not in trouble. It's just an evaluation, like how are you doing in this company? Oh, you've been tardy 10 times. So from a 1 to 6, you're a 3. And now, you know, when it comes to ranking you, you are at a meets expectation and you get a 20-cent raise. That's basically what it is. They evaluate you like on how you bag. So my baggers, because I know I got a lot of y'all on my channel and I love y'all, okay? I love you. If y'all subscribed, if you like these videos, if you comment down below, I love y'all. But my baggers, they evaluate you on how you're bagging. They evaluate, I mean, cashiers too, okay? So this is stuff in my department. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Every department is looking for different things. Obviously, customer service, we're looking for customer service. But if you're in the bakery, I'm sure they're looking at like how you make a pie. You know, if you're in the meat department, I'm sure they're looking at how you make chicken tenders. So everything's different in departments, but in the customer service department, they're looking at how you treat customers, baggers, cashiers, customer service staff. They're looking at how we bag. They're looking at what we put in our bags. I mean, they have like hawk eyes on us, okay? They don't want us using a lot of bags. That's the truth. And they want us to stuff a good amount of stuff in the bags unless the customer asks otherwise. And they're gonna evaluate you for it. Like, they're gonna rank you and be like, you use so many bags when it's not even necessary. So from a 1 to 9, you get a 7. Essentially, obviously, if you get a 9 on everything, you're a role model. If you're getting a 7 on everything, you're probably meets expectations. If you're getting 3s on everything, you're probably like failing. So that's about it. But afterwards, like I said, all the points get tallied up. So let's say you got categorized in 10 different, you know, like what is it called? Think. What is it called? Dang it, I forgot the word. Let's say you get categorized into 10 different groups, and you get like a 9 in each group. So 9 times 10 would be 90. And then towards the bottom of the evaluation, there's a little box that says if you scored from, let's say, a 10 to a 20, you're below satisfactory. If you scored from a 70 to 80, your meets expectations. 80 to 90, above expectations. Or 90 to 100, role model. So that's how it goes. So like all these points get added, and then you get placed into a category if you are a role model, if you're meets expectations, whatever it is that you are. And after that, then they go ahead and tell you, oh, you got a 50-cent raise, a 60-cent raise, 70-cent raise. I've usually gotten pretty good raises, I would say. I know some of my friends who are baggers have been like, man, like I got a 10-cent raise. So like they really will mess your raise up a little bit if you don't do your job. So even though they might not tell you something all the time, they are looking at how you perform. And also, I mean, I've never done it where I've had to like speak up in regards to like how much money I'm making, but it would definitely make you a lot more credible if you decided to speak up on how much money you were making, if you were actually like a good, you know, a good worker. Because if you're speaking like, dang, I should be making $13 an hour, but you know, you bag barely anything and you never want to go outside and get carts and your customers hate you, like they're gonna be like, bro, there's a better bagger out there who'll do it for less money. So that's just the reality of things. Like, I never try to be mean to you guys. I just try to be real because I don't want you guys to be in shock when you hear it from somebody else. So just, you know, I want to orient y'all, like, you know, the best friend who cares about you for real. And you really gotta, for like, perform well. Baggers, like I said, there's really, like, that bagging stuff is serious to them, okay? So make sure you do that. I know recently, like at my store, they took it out, but I know back then it used to be, we had to do something called the 2 and 2, which just means 2 hands on the cart and you got to push it out. But now they don't want that. Like now they're like, no, you have to ask the customer, because I guess maybe because of the whole pandemic, they don't want you just touching people's stuff, because people are like, oh my gosh, get your hands off my stuff, get your hands off my stuff. And you're just like, oh my God, I was just trying to help you, I'm sorry, you know. So I know things have changed a little bit, but it's always good to ask. Obviously in the evaluations, if you have any questions, you have to ask your like, not that you have to, but it's strongly suggested that you ask your manager in that moment. I mean, that's the time to speak up. You know, you should always ask your manager if you have any questions, despite, you know, what day or time it is. But regardless, like in that moment, you definitely have that one-on-one undivided attention that you can really ask or voice any concern that you have. So go ahead and take advantage of that moment. And at the end, you have to like sign, you have to like agree to the terms and conditions, and then you can write like a little note if you want, like saying that, you know, I will do better, or you don't, usually you don't have to write anything. The managers are like, do you want to write something? And a lot of times people are like, no, I'm okay, I accept my raise, or, you know, I accept whatever rating I got. Me being, you know, your favorite Publix mascot, I'm always like writing stuff, and I'm like, thank you for your time, thank you for allowing me to like be in this company, you know, because I'm always grateful about, you know, the positions I have and stuff. So I always like to write them a little thank you for your hard work, thanks for having the best company out there. So I always write a little something. And other than that, that's about it. Your managers will probably leave you alone while you write something, because you're not writing it to your managers. I think you're writing it to like the headquarters or like the bigger managers. And that's about it. That's about it. It's super simple. Like I say, your raise can go from anywhere from like 10 cents. I mean, you honestly might be able to not get a raise if you're really performing that bad, but your raise can go from anywhere from like nothing to I think a whole $1. I've never heard of anyone who gets more than $1 raise. I've never gotten a $1 raise, so I know some people watching this are probably like, I've gotten a $1 raise, so you suck. Okay, well, I haven't gotten it. I've gotten close to it, but I haven't gotten a full $1. So I'm hoping these evaluations coming up come through for your girl. I'm hoping. But other than that, that's about it. I did a video on how much you make as a cashier, how much you make as a bagger. I covered everything in that video. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And make sure you don't skip through my ads, because your girl just got monetized. Okay, I know I already said it, but your girl just got monetized, and it's a huge deal for me. It takes a lot of time. Like right now, it's 1 in the morning. It takes a lot of time and effort for me to film my videos, edit my videos, upload my videos. So if y'all could just give me 5 seconds of your time to just watch an ad, it will contribute probably like 2 cents to my bank account, but every cent matters, so I'd appreciate that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude today's video. I don't know why I'm always so peppy at 1, 2 in the morning. Like, this is not the time to be peppy. But anyways, I'm gonna conclude today's video. Thanks so much for watching, for supporting your girl, and I wish you the best of luck in your evaluation. Comment down below if you have any questions. I've said this in multiple videos. The best way to come in contact with me is through my comment section. I don't like to block off any like communication through my social media, so I always leave it in the description box, and y'all could go ahead and most definitely message me on my social media. But sometimes I delete my social media to make space for my YouTube. So I would just say that if you want to reach me fast, just reach me in the comment section down below, because I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna help y'all. We're gonna get a bag together. We're gonna get a nice little raise together, okay? And we just gonna succeed. We just gonna get a bag. We just gonna succeed together, okay? I got you. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.